listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top.
Yeah. Heard it all before. All right, we made it back. Sorry. You know, I should have put my teeth in. I am such an idiot. It's okay. So I was, before we got booted, the computer froze as Pat transferred my message to y'all. Tried doing the Control-Alt-Delete. It didn't work. Waited a minute. Wasn't happening. Had to unplug it. Waited 10. Plugged back in. Turned it on. Here we are. That's all I can say. Ever since OBS Studios did this update, they've done 2 in the last week. It's working great. It's actually working better than it ever has. So whatever update they did worked, because it said it was for bug fixes and whatnot. But, you know. So, hey, it's free. I can't complain. So we just go on with the show. I could complain. I should, but I'm not. And I don't know why I'm not complaining about it much. I guess sometimes there's nothing you can do. And I've come to the realization that it is what it is. As long as you wait in the chat room, I'll let you all know now. We'll come back to the same stream because everything should match up to what I have to go back live there, which I noticed on the last show. I didn't have to start a whole new thing over. It all went into the 4 hours when the show cut out. It didn't freeze, but OBS shut off and had to reboot just the software, and we were back up in a minute. But a computer reboot, 10 minutes. All right. So Mr. MBB has been back at it. Now I know, I was describing what these immediate reality transfers are. I think I may have come up with that term. Well, there is something I found out. It's just time slip. But I like immediate reality transfer, IRT, ERT. Now, an ERT is something I think I've experienced. I just got done telling you guys before we went off air that I very rarely get sleep. Now, because I've lost 10 minutes here, not that it matters. I mean, does it really matter how much time was lost? I made a sandwich. No, I didn't. That was you. They're really strange. You could be sitting there on the couch like I was, and I think I've had this experience. And the reason I brought up the lack of sleep is because when you don't sleep that much like I have, for a very long period of time, we're going on 15 years now, when you don't sleep as much as I do, an hour, sometimes I don't sleep, so the most I usually get is 3 hours. That's usually the most, and my dog will wake me up. And that's what I was saying before I got cut off. April 15th, 2004 is when I got him. And that night, he woke up 2:30. I took him outside at around 3 o'clock. Wasn't sky watching yet. No, because that was the first night that my wife and I at the time were laying on the chaise lounges with the dog in the backyard at 10 o'clock at night and saw these weird lights. They were just, we thought they may have been satellites, but the next night we went back out, 16th. Oh my God. Holy crap. I just remembered something. April 16th. Oh my God, I can't believe it. That's so bizarre. Now that has got to be a red letter date. Not the year though. On April 16th, 1997, the same year we had the Phoenix Lights event here, March 13th, 1997, I was going outside every single night waiting for the lights to appear because that's what people were doing back then. We kept going out, and then there were news reports of people seeing stuff. So me and my girlfriend at the time, we would cook outside, we'd eat outside. You know, it's nice out at night. It's April. In Arizona, forget it. And that was the night, exactly midnight, that we both saw a pulsing orange disc-shaped object go right over the mountaintops, light them up like it was daylight. It's weird when it's nighttime, because I lived at the time at the bottom of a big mountain called the McDowell Mountains. You may have seen them during the golf tournament. The Waste Management Golf Tournament is 2 miles from those mountains. And we lived at the bottom of them, about a mile away. You can see the city. It was kind of cool. And at night, when a bright light shines on a mountain like that, you actually see everything in color. You'd think it wouldn't be because at nighttime it's dark. But it's weird. When that bright light went over the mountain, you can see the saguaro cactus, the green shrubbery. It was kind of cool, man. It was like the sun came out. And we saw that. It was flying over, and my video camera was inside. Had a camera at the time. It was a JVC camera. Huge. But I wasn't using it for that. I was into storm chasing at the time, so I was using the video camera for that. But anyway, I was thinking about going in, getting the camera, going in, stepping outside to look at it, going in. I mean, I was doing a dance in and out of the door, watching this thing, and if I took my eyes off it, I'd miss it. It was going really fast. Well, now you fast forward 7 years later to 2004, and I'm outside. That's bizarre. 2 hours before midnight on the same night, 7 years later, looking at weird lights in the sky. See, that's the kind of pattern I'm looking for, man. That's tripping me out. Not only is that very strange, that story, I am going to make it a third WTF on that story. Because as I was telling you what immediate reality transfer could be, I came up with this story, this same date, seeing UFOs 7 years later. Now I have a third piece of that story. And I just told this story maybe a month or so ago about my parents seeing this light being taken out of the ground in the middle of the night. Well, this UFO flew right over that area. I just realized it as I'm telling the story. I can't believe what just happened here is unbelievable. I just pieced together 22 years and 3 UFO stories. While I was remembering something, that's an immediate time slip transfer, whatever the hell you want to call it. Holy crap, I can't believe what I just realized. April 16th, saw an orange glowing craft. Who cares? I don't even care anymore. Let's get to I don't even know why I got into that. I think because my dog, because of him, I would go outside in the middle of the night and start looking at the stars, and saw some weird things. It kind of getting the dog, which is why he's so important to me, was the night this all started. Isn't that weird? April 15th, 2004. And then the next night he woke me up, took him outside, saw the strange lights again, saw him at 10 o'clock, the same night we did the night before. Then I went outside and saw something similar further in the distance. It was as if there was some sort of activity happening above. And these lights were just streaming. It couldn't have been satellites. It wasn't right after sunset. It wasn't before sunrise. However you want to look at that. Very strange. But immediate reality transfers. You could just be sitting there, and all of a sudden, you're in the middle of something else. Like for me, hold on a second. Hold on. I have to take care of the dog. He won't leave me alone. Hold on a second. I have to talk really loud to him because he's almost 100% deaf. And he looks at me like, I know you're saying something, but I really don't know. I don't know. But he does know. He can see it in my face. There he is. Right. Jumped up on the couch. There they are. Brothers. They look a lot alike to me. I don't know. Immediate reality transfer. For me, what happened was I was sitting on the couch. And the reason I told you all of that crap I just told you is because with lack of sleep, as long as I've been getting it, you can hallucinate. And I've been having these strange things happen, which I am positive it's not paranormal. I think it's lack of sleep. And I think I've been trying to make it work for the paranormal. But I think because I don't sleep that much, I just automatically can be sitting on the couch watching TV. And I've done it. I'm going to tell you, I could just be sitting on the couch, bowl of cereal in my hand, a sandwich. And the next thing I know, it's an hour later, 2 hours later, I'd fall asleep in the middle of meals. That's how tired I was. Your body automatically shuts down. I didn't know this, so I started looking into it. And your body will force sleep. Yeah, there is such a thing. And what happens is you're so tired, you could be constantly walking around having REM sleep, the deepest part of your brain, the deepest part of sleep, I should say, where your brain is, where you're dreaming and your eyes, that's why they call it rapid eye movement. Your eyes are going back and forth as if you're awake. And when I sat down on the couch, was watching TV, and the next thing I knew, there was a shotgun in my face. Like somebody was pointing it. And I jumped back. And it woke me up. That's just one time. I've had several of these. And more recently than I've ever had it. Now, it is weird. You'd think that after like 3 years of me not getting sleep, I'm at 15 years now. You would think after 3 years, that's an extremely long time. I should have had this experience back then. No, this just started. Very strange. I'll give you another instance. Sitting at the traffic light, waiting for the left-hand arrow, the green arrow to go. I knew I had a minute because I just missed the light and I was second in line. So I had at least a minute, minute and a half. And I'm sitting there, and the next thing I knew, and it's just so bizarre because it's so real. You know, the next thing I knew, I had some chick yelling at me, pointing her finger in my face. And I jumped back like I did with the shotgun. And I realized, immediately, this happens within a split second. Immediately. And I don't know who this chick is, but I could describe her to you perfectly. Dark hairs, elonged face, looked like she didn't sleep much either. She kind of had a big nose, kind of buck teeth, but not unattractively with buck teeth, just a little overbite. You know that type. She looked athletic, in her late 20s, kind of a bitch. I got all of that from boom. Isn't that weird? It's true. I got the feeling of her personality. That's why I'm saying these are immediate reality transfers. It's like I'm being transferred to some other mind. And what if we can? That's what I always thought dreaming was. Dreaming, when you're sleeping, your brain is releasing the brain waves like it always does. And while you're dreaming, I believe this release is somehow picked up from your pituitary. Is it the pituitary? What is it? No, pituitary, that's for your growth glands and stuff. What is the thing up there in your brain? Come on, somebody knows. Right? So this all happens chemically because I think I don't sleep that much. But I had an entire memory upload of this person. I don't have a name. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Immediately I knew I didn't have a name because I was saying, I wish I got her name. Why would I think that? This is like instant. Now, I've had arguments with this person this way, like sitting on the couch, eating, lying in bed, whatever, and automatically being transferred and back as quick as I get transferred, I'm back over. This isn't something that takes a minute, but you remember a minute. It's really weird. It's instant. At least it feels instant. The reason I think it's an instant thing, not because, I am jolting, but I've had the TV on watching TV shows and a commercial would be on. Matter of fact, there was one for, I think it was Rice Krispies. And when that happened, the commercial was just ending. So it was within 30 seconds. I knew it wasn't the first 10 seconds because I remember seeing the commercial. Next thing I knew, I was waking up. It's the end of the commercial. So I figured that was about a 20-second, falling asleep. My head's tilting back. I'm dreaming. I'm automatically dreaming because that's what I do. I don't sleep, so I'm always in REM sleep mode. My brain is somehow tapped into the REM sleep mode while I'm awake because of lack of sleep. And I think it's transferring me. And I think what happens is when you're sleeping and you're dreaming, you are picking up other people's dreams and thoughts. And it's because you're in a state of REM and sleeping, you can pick it up and dream. That's why you'll be dreaming. You'll be driving a car. Next thing you know, you're in a plane because you picked up where somebody else's dream left off and it got too far away from them. Maybe they're picking up your dream thoughts. Now, all of a sudden, they're in a car going off a cliff and you're in an airplane. See what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they don't get any sleep. Maybe I get too much sleep. Maybe 3 hours is too much. Maybe I shouldn't sleep at all. Einstein only slept winks and winks and winks every day. He didn't sleep that much. But when he did, he was like, okay, I'm back to work. Einstein didn't get ready. He didn't get into pajamas. He didn't put on his little footy pajamas with those hands, those mitts. They did. They wore that stuff, and they had the back with the latch, so you can go to the bathroom, 2 little screws. Einstein wore that. You know he did, because he was genius. He was a freaky, eclectic, weird little old man who was a genius. What do they call those people? Not eclectic, idiot. They're all. It's like you eccentric, eclectic. I was close. Very eccentric man. But that's still not the word. I think it's another word. But anyway, we'll talk about the immediate transfer of reality. I don't know. Do you like the? You know what you're gonna say? You like time slip. You're just gonna want to call it time slip. But for me, it's not, because it's a transfer of data. That's what it feels like, and I'm gonna have fun with it for a while. But it makes you think. Oh God, does it make you? I've had it happen now probably, I think, about 6, 7 times. I had it at a Taco Bell. Sitting at a Taco Bell. And it's weird. I've had this girl a couple of times, I think 3 times now, arguing with me. She's always in my face. And she's always wearing those sport bras, but it's like what soccer chicks wear underneath their t-shirts. And she's always wearing that. I think we're in a relationship. I don't know who she is. She's kind of attractive. Not really the type of girl I would date. But I'd get together with her. I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed, if that's what you're asking. Yes! We made passionate love. It was 20 seconds of bliss. It was orgasmic. I got all that in that blink of a sleep. Can you imagine? I'm wearing a silk robe. I'm going out. Limousines. Caviar. Why can't I have that dream? That's the dream I want. Let me time slip into a rich man's world. That'd be cool. Where would you want a time slip? I don't know. I'm enjoying it the way it is. I don't think it needs to change. But if I could pick where I can go, like if I had the flux capacitor heart, like, well, that's not even a heart, is it? That's in the time machine of the DeLorean. If I had one of those and can time travel or time slip, and I don't even need a machine, I can use my mind. Maybe this is how remote viewing works. No, totally different. It's not the same. I'm remembering stuff. Yeah, it's weird. It's like I don't dream because I don't sleep long enough. I used to dream all the time. Every night it seemed like I was dreaming. I guess we all dream to a sense, but I guess I'll say it. All right, I remembered my dreams. Rich, everybody dreams. You know that. It's just you're remembering your dreams for some reason. And most people dream in black and white. No, they don't. I have yet to meet a person who dreams in black and white. Where that came from, I'll never know. Dogs see in black and white. I wonder if they dream in color. If it's the same for us, black and white. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I've not one, never has anybody said they dreamed in black and white. Why would you? Why would you dream in black and white? That makes no sense. You see in color, you think in color, you smell in color. It's in color. I have nothing to compare to it, but you know what I mean. All right, so Red Bull took a back seat because somebody at work said, you got to try this. So tonight's show is sponsored by NOS. I think that's what it is. Maybe they'll send me a year's supply of this stuff. And I got to tell you, I drank like this much, and it really worked. That's I smoked a lot of weed. Oh, you know what? When I first took it, oh. Woo! That's got some kick to it. How? Woo, man, it's like lemon and lime. I don't know what I'm drinking. Tastes like a plant that's got lime shit coming out of it. Oh, man. But I'm loving it. It wasn't a bad taste. It was just like, woo. It makes your salivary glands want to really like jump into some food right away. Now I'm in the mood for wings, pizza and wings. See, that's what this junk food does, this sugar shit. It's all it is. It's 27 grams of sugar shit. Antifreeze, thank you, B. Baker. They put this in cars, I know. Red Bull gives you wings. This gives you gas. No, we don't want to say that. Red Bull gives you wings. This gives you things? No, that's stupid. Red Bull gives you wings. NOS. It stings. Because it did. That I like. We're going to go with that. I'm so dumb. I'm stupid. All right, let's move on, shall we? All right, so it's been an interesting week. I like it. I like when weird, mysterious radar anomalies might have been caught on video from Mr. MBB333. You know who he is. So I'm going to play the clip. Let's enjoy, and I'll chime in when needed. Here we go. Hello, everybody. You may have to turn up. Oh, he did. He turned up his volume. Now it's a little louder than it was. Good for him. See, they're listening. Just like Tyler. Oh, secure team when I come back. Oh, I'm going to be so... Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
2019. Guys, remember back in December, we started getting reports of unusual radar signatures occurring in the Midwest, in southern Illinois, I want to say Kentucky, even parts of Indiana. We're here at thedrive.com, and this is one of the many stories that are going around about these strange signatures that are showing up on radar. They have been since December, and they're being dismissed as what's known as chaff. It's a exercise that military does for...
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Radar reflective countermeasures. Chaff is very small in size. It's barely... A container of it is barely 6 inches long. There it is, open. It's like...
Sometimes I get chaff when, you gain a little weight and your jeans are too tight. It rubs. But other than that... Oh, it's this different. Oh, that's chaffing. Yeah, you're right. All right. Scratch that.
Little fibers, but collectively, I guess, I don't know anything about it other than that right there. They can interfere or cause interference in radar. And it's something that I remember going back as far as 2011, seeing this on rare occasions, not like what we're seeing today. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I think maybe a young lady from Albertville, Alabama, may...
Guys, this is like the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard. Chaff is creating this? 10 miles, more. Miles and miles of chaff. I don't think they can hold that much chaff. They're going to show you. I'll show you a picture here.
They have caught something
it's so
on
stupid.
Video that could explain what's showing up on these strange radar signatures.
All right, I'll be quiet.
She was right here on January 5th when she noticed something very strange in the sky that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. She sent in an excellent video. And I have to be honest, it doesn't look like anything I've seen either. And we're talking about massive plumes that are showing up on radar in Florida. The most recent, I think, observation was Maine, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, like I spoke of earlier. Here's these radar signatures on a clear day in Portland, Maine. Big unusual signatures. Also down in Florida. I just saw that report myself not a couple of weeks ago, I think, if not sooner. This one here is another radar report from Portland, Maine, base reflectivity. And the next one you're going to see is from down around the Key West area. Look at that. That stretches for many, many miles. The video that I'm about to show you from Albertville, Indiana, or Alabama is not quite that big, but it does take up a lot of space. And I do think that it would show up on radar, what this young lady videotaped the other day. And she videotaped this on the afternoon, and it was a clear afternoon. Here's an example of chaff right there. It's very small by comparison to what I'm going to show you here in this video. She was here in Albertville, Alabama, right here, looking northwest, okay? And the video that she sent in is very unique. It's a plume, a big rotating something in the sky.
Everybody else who has a video about this has already shown you what a chaff is. He's showing you what the actual, chaff, the way it's going to be sprayed out. And that's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about the actual object. I've never seen anybody show me the object, so I thought it was interesting to leave it in here. Here. I just...
And here I've taken and I've triangulated the areas on a map.
It's all triangles.
Maps of the areas that have seen the military chaff, or at least radar anomalies that's being blamed on the chaff in southern Florida.
Such a
Maine,
stupid word,
and
isn't it?
Through Indiana, Kentucky, and I want to say Illinois, possibly Tennessee as well. But something was observed.
You can't
right
say
here in
Illinois.
Albertville,
He can't say Illinois. That'll mess up his triangle.
Alabama, just a little less than 2 weeks ago, and I want to share that video with you next. But first, here's what the young lady said. Her name's Brandy. She said, I have no idea what they are. After I saw the video she sent me, I asked her, I said, did they look familiar? And she said, I have no idea what they are. I have never seen anything like that. I have a video I took right before that one too, she will send, so you can see they were nowhere to be seen. And I will show you that video. The skies were crystal clear. And then, like she says here, they just appeared. They made no noise and then just disappeared. They are definitely not birds. So what you're going to see in this video are very unique. I've never seen anything quite like them myself. I don't believe, in my humble opinion, after zooming in and adjusting the contrast and lighting and different techniques that I use, I definitely don't think they're birds. I don't think they're chaff, and I don't think they're balloons. But I don't know what they are. But I do think they could.
They're huge, and they're balloons. Look at all these balloons. There's balloons that are huge. There are balloons that are small. Small and huge. Small, huge, small. Huge, small, huge, small. I've lost that.
NOS, it's for champions, brother.
Thanks,
Be
Hulk.
a candidate for these mysterious
Trying to help you get that
anomalies that are showing
year
up
supply, brother. Check
on
this
these
out.
radar images.
Oh, now we have
Size,
balloons.
it's very big. It's a big rotating structure.
I don't know what this
in the
is.
Sky, and they're rotating.
Oh my
in
God, I had the
space,
same thing on video.
And they appear to have some sort of wings.
I have the same thing.
But they don't move.
I have the same thing.
And occasionally,
But not this many.
Not very often.
You
maybe
guys
once
have
or
seen
twice,
my
you'll see a
video.
little flicker to where it looks like.
Okay, but
a
you want to know what this really is? It's paper. This is paper. That's why some of them get darker, because they're flopping. And the reason they're spinning in that kind of clockwise motion, or is it counterclockwise? Whatever it is, because they're in an updraft, which are called dust devils or desert twisters or tornadoes. It's just a bunch of papers. I promise that's why he said it looks like there's wings, because the paper's turning over and you're seeing the shadow from the sun hitting the paper. That's why it gets dark, because of the shadow. Now, I haven't even watched this whole thing today. I watched the first minute and I knew I had a new video. Well, the date told me that, but I knew there was new stuff. But when I saw this was in it, I said, oh, I got to see this. And that's what I think this is. So let's take a continued look. Albertville, Alabama. UFOs. Brandy.
shimmer of light reflects off of one or two.
Shimmer.
So I don't know. If it was a bird, it definitely wouldn't do that. If they were balloons, I think there would be reflectivity constantly. They're really weird, no doubt. Watch when I zoom in here in just a few minutes. You're going to see that they appear to have wings, but they're stationary. They are not moving.
Okay, this is different than what I saw.
Never seen
This is
anything like it. I
weird.
don't know if these are some sort of drones. I tried to count in one of the still images. of this entire rotating structure that
There's
she
about
said
200
on
of those
this
there.
particular day, it was not windy at
Guys,
all.
that's bizarre.
Granted, it could be a little windy in the
That
upper
is
atmosphere,
okay.
but,
I'm wrong. I'll
on
admit
the
it. This
ground,
is
there was
very,
no wind.
very wrong.
See
I
the
don't know what
reflections
this
right
is.
there? Okay, here I slow it down and I zoom in, and you can see
I
these
think.
things. a
Okay,
little
what
better.
he's
Check
doing
this
here is
out.
totally retarded. That ain't gonna work,
They're
brother.
really interesting.
He's gonna
All
say
right,
that's a
let's try
shadow.
to
It's
stop
not
it
a
right here.
shadow. It's just an anomalous effect
Look at
because of the.
those.
Oh god.
You don't notice those from
You
far
can tell
away.
when people don't have experience in this field. Just the fact we're even talking about this long, or watching him talk about it. Nobody knows what these are. Could be papers, could be balloons. Doesn't. I don't think it would be drones, guys. They'd be bumping into each other. This is something I've never seen before. Not like this. I've seen papers in an updraft, and that's what I thought it was. But this thing is going sideways, kind of. Well, it could be the tube of the desert tornado. Well, all right, we'll finish it out. I stopped it here. Let me back up just a little bit.
See these things a little better. Check this out. They're really interesting. All right, let me try to stop it right here. Look at those. You don't notice those from far away.
That's not
I mean, maybe
wings,
she
guys.
did. In the video you couldn't, but she said they definitely weren't birds. They do have what appear to be wings.
That's an
but
anomalous
they're
effect
bright
from the
white in
camera.
center. The wings are almost
It's
jet
very,
black, or at least
very,
they're
very
dark.
cheap.
They don't ever move. I'll show you here in this video. You won't see these things ever move. They stay perfectly still, but they rotate. Like
If
a
it's
big
anything,
cloud.
it's drones in sync. But I'm telling you, I don't think
know
it
what
is.
those are.
Unless we've
But I
seen
can
this in
see how that
Mexico.
could show up on radar somewhere.
In
And she said
Mexico,
that they just appeared out of
I look at
nowhere.
those too, and I don't know. I
She
mean,
videoed
if
them
anything,
for
it's
a
that
couple,
or
3 minutes, and then
birds.
they
But
disappeared.
this is very
You gotta
different.
keep in mind,
This is
it's
different.
January, and she is looking to the north, and I
I
these
am
things are
positive
moving
it's not
where they are
birds.
To the north.
I mean,
It's too
hold on.
early
I'm
for
positive. Yeah, I'm
migratory
positive
birds
it's
to be
not
migrating
birds.
North. I mean, winter just got into full swing.
This
But
this
look
is
at the
weird.
position of these things. They're all the same. If there were birds,
They're not all the same.
flying
This
like
one
that,
is-
those
this
wings
one's-
would
no,
be
they're not all the
random,
same.
They would be moving. It would
He's
be totally
wrong.
obvious.
Anyway,
Just kind of floating and rotating in unison.
the thing is, we never get to see it from a
Look at
distance.
that thing.
It's bizarre, guys. Come on.
And again, the viewer running the video
I hear the
camera,
noise, too.
they've
I don't
never
know.
seen anything like it. Look at that. There's a real good look at it right there. See how they've kind of got a little bit of reflectivity to them? These things,
No.
whatever they are, protruding from the sides, are stationary. They never move, except they move as a whole. They move
So they're
as
moving.
one.
What does he mean?
They weren't flying. She would have recognized birds. She was very adamant.
She
that these
can't
were
keep
not
still on
birds.
one point for a minute. I hate that.
So excellent observation here from Albertville, Alabama. And I'm just wondering, is this what's showing up on radar from different locations
Ah,
across the country? Up in
No.
Maine, down in South Florida.
yeah, that maybe it is.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah, you don't. None of us know. It could be the radar
I know
hits.
she was very surprised by this.
Maybe this is the beginning of the false flag invasion. Holy shit. Maybe it
What I do
is.
here coming up, I switched.
Right? What if it is? What if it is the beginning of the false flag alien invasion? I mean, you saw the radar hits. Hold on.
No
All right,
movement
yeah, I don't-
whatsoever from the individual things themselves, except they.
I got to put the TV. See, the TV is on my right. I need to have it here so it looks like I'm always looking at it. So I'm going to move this TV for next show. It'll be over here. So it looks like, see on TV, it looks like I'm looking at it with you. See, I'm pointing right there. Right there. Yeah. And now I look over here. So when I look over here, all right, here we go. I wanted to talk about that swarm one last time. I did hear the whining noise. It could have been somebody's air conditioner. We just won't know. But I think if those were high in the beginning of that video, they looked like they were high up. Would you hear them? Probably. I'm not sure. It kind of sounded like it could have been the whistles of a drone. But I don't think it was. I think if that's possible, and there were several of those going across the United States, and those are UFOs postulating, posing, looking as a threat. I mean, this is some weird stuff, guys. You know what I mean? I don't think it can be drones. There's movement, like you'll have 3 or 4 take off just from a standstill, it looks like. And the others stay in their formation. It's bizarre. They're on their own. I mean, this is a horrible video. And it's nice because we're seeing something that's odd. But she doesn't know how to work a camera, that's for sure. Brandy. Awful. Stop. If she could just stop it. See, these are moving. This looks like... This is what's interesting to me. Because I've captured 2 fleets. And they seem to do this. It's like there's boundaries to everything. It's like they don't get too far away from their core. It's very strange. Yeah, you wonder if they're like bees and there's one big one controlling them all. I don't think so. This could be hybrid aliens, or it just could be aliens. And like some of us think, because we see those UFOs make those 90-degree turns at 10,000 miles an hour, stop on a dime, and take off in another direction, that would crush a man's bones because of the G-forces. So if these aliens are the Greys, which are possibly robots or artificial intelligence, and they could all get into sync, like a computer could be syncing them all up. But this isn't something that, okay, this is in sync, but it's out of control. They're doing their own thing, but they're all staying within their general central location. It's very interesting. That's like hybrid minds. It's very, very interesting. And we're seeing this in the U.S. And those radar blips that he showed earlier, they were huge. I don't know if you want to say that these were them. But we're talking, I mean, look how long that is. Miles. This thing wasn't miles. This thing was maybe 200, 300, 400 feet. 1,000 feet long. This is miles. This is huge. I always think it's interesting when they try to find something to match up to this and they try to use UFOs. It makes me laugh. I mean, this here, this is... It's probably some sort of echo, maybe? Bouncing off the satellite? I wonder if there's a signal in this. You know, like that movie Contact. Because they're huge. What is this? Another swarm. I mean, this is, what, at least 200 miles long? There's no way. It's not it's not those white dots. Although these white dots are interesting. And then the sky afterwards, supposedly. So let's see what happens.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Crystal clear day.
Holy crap! You mean there's blue sky in the daytime? It's huge! This is news. That's so stupid the way he reacted. It's the sky.
And those things, whatever they were,
I didn't even watch it.
No sign of them.
This is so stupid.
clear day. Crystal clear day.
Crystal
There
clear
wasn't a cloud
day.
anywhere.
Unbelievable. I'm embarrassed for humanity. That's when I say I'm embarrassed, that's why right there. I mean, it's just silliness. Pure silliness. All right, let's get to the next the video there. And this is Tyler, Secure Team 10. Hate to play it, but I have to because he's going to do his version of this, and I thought it was funny to listen to his view on the swarm. So here we go. Sounds so much better already. Oh, this is dumb. This is stupid. I hate this story. I'm not even going to play it long.
Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So, if you
Shut
guys
up.
didn't catch it, the first of which, real quick, is in regards to this massive spinning disc of ice that formed in the middle of this river in Maine. And it's...
Okay, so this happens. It happens a lot. And I think they go, oh my God, you know what this looks like? He said it looks like the moon. I say it looks like flat Earth. Look at this. It's flat Earth. This is the center. This is the Pangea era, I think. What, 500 million years ago? When everything was one continent? I don't know if what I'm saying is correct, but you know what I mean. This is amazing. Somebody's showing us where we live. The U.S. is here. This is huge. Now, I think there's going to be some laser pistols. Laser. Put down your laser weapon. Anyway, these circles are common. All right, I don't want to talk about this. All right, I'll let you look at it. What the hell? Here's some other ones.
not that uncommon. They're rare, but they're not uncommon.
I just said that.
They say that they usually form in a slow-moving, rotating part of the river, where a certain part of the water actually freezes faster than the rest of the water, forming these gigantic circles.
Oh, it was a UFO. It hovered over it, and the heat cut out this perfect circle, man. That's what it is. That's what people want us to believe, like this fruitcake.
Of ice. It's a natural, but a very rare phenomenon.
Oh, okay, he gets
so
it.
if you ever see one of these massive spinning discs sitting in a river or a lake, rest assured, it is
that one
natural,
there is
at
230
least
feet.
That's not to say we haven't seen strange objects in lakes and rivers and the ocean. Speaking of which, we're going to talk about some real UFOs seen in the water here in a minute. But alas, this is natural, so pretty cool. I'll put the link to the drone footage down below. So next, in unexplained news, we have a developing story here. It's been going on for a little while now, and it all started back in December of 2018, when meteorologists detected something very strange on radar in the skies above Evansville, Kentucky, where a
Seriously, just like all my videos, I don't watch them that long. I take a minute and I scan it. The skies. Seriously, it's one big sky. God, stop saying skies, guys. Sheesh, oh meesh.
A little bit before 3 p.m. on Monday, December 10th, meteorologists noticed and began tracking this strange, anomalous moving blob on radar that was moving over the tri-state
Hey, Tyler,
area,
it was your
beginning
wife.
in southern Illinois, drifting over southern Indiana, and then finally into western Kentucky, which you guys are seeing here. It was even posted to Twitter. And while originally they thought maybe it was a storm or rain, it was a clear night with very little wind, temperatures in the 20s in the tri-state, and so they had to rule out it being a shower or a thunderstorm. Needless to say, this radar return here that was appearing had the strength of what you would see in a storm.
Okay. Remember Mike Brown? He was on the show, the guest. If we use Mike Brown principles, this to me looks like a duck. This is a big, huge duck flying over Keensboro. And it's huge. This is a 40, 50, maybe 60 mile wide duck. And they got it on radar. It's huge.
Strong storm. So they had no idea what this strange, elongated blob was. Later on at 9:20 p.m., posting again to Twitter, the object moving near Providence with the statement, quote, "Folks are still trying to figure out what this is." And well, long story short, what they later found out, or at least what was relayed to the Weather Service from...
It's a huge limp penis. And it's huge. There's a big penis flying over Providence. Oh, we just missed it by a tip. Holy ballsack and Sabri, they're getting the shaft. That's crazy. This is a horrible penis storm. I've never seen anything like it, nor do I ever want to see anything like it again. Is it raining by you? Well, it's about to rain here in Madisonville. We're just getting a spray, like just a shower. It's like semen. There's so many seamen out there wandering around in the middle of the skies. I mean, they're on the ground, but it's a radar blip in the front. You can see it. Yep, we're having a good time. Livermore, is there anything happening over there? Well, Fred, we're not getting anything. You guys look balls deep in trouble, I could tell you that. Back to you, Providence. Oh, we're starting to get sprays. A little bit of showering going on here. Yeah, it's a little windy. Looks like we're just going to miss it. The tip of this huge cock storm is off to our east. Back to you, Madisonville. Back to you. All right, let's continue.
Multiple pilots was that the mysterious radar blob was actually the remnants of a substance called chaff that had been released from a military plane flying northwest above the city. Now, what is chaff? Well, in short, it's a radar jamming material that's mostly composed of aluminum that are released into the air in these huge plumes.
These plumes are huge. So is it radar jamming or is it communicating better? I've now heard two different stories of chaff. Chaff. I used to call it chaffy. I didn't know. Just like when Skype came out, everybody was calling it Skypey. Don't ask me why. It was the older people. Hey, I was 36. I was one of the young guns back then. Now I'm an old frickin' fart. Ooh, that stinks. That's not true. But anyway, these do not go out that far. Just hundreds of feet. The radar blips are miles. Miles! And they're huge.
And just as I said, it's used to jam radar.
It's used.
And apparently, this was confirmed to be chaff that had been released during a military exercise over the tri-state area.
Well, Tyler solved it.
That's what they said. How many times have we seen cover-ups that were later deemed to be exercises? But apparently, there were multiple...
How many times have we ever seen cover-ups that were exercises? What?
Have we seen cover-ups that were later deemed to be exercises?
How many times have we seen cover-ups deemed to be exercises? A cover-up for 9/11 was an exercise. Is that what he means? There's a cover-up happening in Pearl Harbor, which got us into World War II. Is that what he's talking about? JFK was shot by one magic bullet? What does he mean? I'm confused.
Size over the tri-state area. or at least that's what they
said.
How many times have we seen cover-ups that were later deemed to be exercises? But apparently, there were multiple pilots from the local bases who did confirm it. So let's just say that it was chaff and it was nothing unexplained. However, although what happened over western Kentucky may have been explained, what is not explained, at least as of yet, are some more very anomalous radar blips above the states of Maine and Florida right around the same time. So according to this story here, which is titled More Chaff, Evansville Area Radar Blips Had an Answer, These Don't. It goes on to state that while the explanation of chaff being released in the skies above Kentucky was reasonable, it does not explain what happened in Maine and Florida around the same time, where similar blips on radar had materialized over Portland, Maine on December 12th, and where the National Weather Service originally guessed that chaff was to blame again. However, unlike what happened above the tri-state area in Kentucky, there was no concrete explanation that sprang forth. And according to multiple sources in the Maine Air National Guard, they don't have any planes that are equipped to release chaff. And it's not like a plane from a different base would jet all the way to Maine just to release the stuff into the air. Reports from the local bases that there weren't any planes flying.
Oh my God.
Many of these areas.
He made a 11-minute video, and it could have been done in 2 minutes easily, right? But, you know, it's all about clicks with this fruitcake.
Areas, they didn't even have planes equipped to release this stuff. And it's got a lot of people asking questions, including mainstream reporters who aren't buying this story. So, could these have been UFOs? And specifically, over the Florida Keys, where you had this massive radar return over the ocean. And we know for a fact, by the way, that UFO sightings in the water and in the oceans are just as prominent as UFO sightings over land. We've featured many of these sightings and reports of things coming up out of the water, shooting up into space many times on the channel. In fact, if you guys remember when the Pentagon released all of those UFO videos that were recorded off of the coast of California, where multiple aircraft carriers were basically being stalked by UFOs coming from the skies and the oceans, and that there was a top secret program to...
The skies. Whatever. Wow, great video to the Stars Academy. Just groundbreaking, right? I mean, we could all tell what that is right there, can we not? Wow, I tell you, mainstream media better not let this one get away. Oh, you mean they already talked about it last year? This is a year old now? What is it? Oh, they're saying this is a UFO? How the hell do you tell what it is? See, that's the conversation I'm having with people about these videos. How do you know what that is, Rich? Military lies, they're not going to show you the truth. Of course they're going to make it blurry. This is just blurry because Tyler was, or whoever, was too lazy to get a clear screenshot. But I had to stop and say that about this video because even if it was a little sharper, you get jack squat. To the Stars Academy gave us nothing. They showed us something of nothing. You know what I mean? Makes me sick.
Study these things. And what many of you probably don't know was that it was later confirmed that U.S. defense chiefs had actually commissioned
U.S. defense chief. It's like he's got 4 sets of teeth in there or something.
A 13-page report into a bizarre event that occurred at that time off the coast of San Diego that lasted 3 days, where the USS Princeton, that was in the ocean off the coast of San Diego, on several occasions, and I'm quoting here from the report, on several occasions detected multiple anomalous aerial vehicles operating in and around the vicinity of the carrier. Further stating, quote, that the UFOs, or AAVs, would descend very rapidly from approximately 60,000 feet high down to 50 feet in a matter of seconds, and that they would stop and hover right above the water or stay stationary on radar for a short time and then depart at high velocities and turn rates, and that it's very possible that these things may have been.
Why is everything plural with him? High velocities? I'm sorry. It's just he doesn't deserve this channel. Sorry. He doesn't deserve to make that money. He's an idiot. High velocities? It's high velocity. If you're talking about plural craft, leaving at high velocities, wrong. It's not the way grammar works. And if I'm wrong, let me know, because to me, I've always said it wrong then. Skies. Okay, there is a word skies, but there's only one sky. Heck, I even caught myself saying it. I think it's, we grow up saying it wrong. But I can't stand this guy, guys. I can't stand him. And for me to have to even click on these twice, once to see what it is and once to play it with you, it makes me sick. There's just not a lot. I mean, if I didn't work, I would come up with all my own stuff. You know what I mean? I wouldn't use anything else. And I would make this. I would make my own video, which is this show. But I would just, if I had the time, all he does is this channel. I don't get it. Learn how to speak. Anyway, that's what's going on. Not much. The radar blips, that's what we got this week in 2019. Radar blips. It's always something different, isn't it? It seems like every other week or every week that we're just getting different stuff. And, next week it'll be hail. The week after that it'll be a fire. The week after that, it'll be a spiral out of control, a rocket, or maybe some sort of portal opening up. Right? Doesn't it seem like there's always something? Then an announcement from To the Stars Academy is supposed to be happening sometime in March, April. I'm telling you. I don't know about you, but my patience is run thin on them. I just don't have it. And we're going on a long time. When was the last time we heard from them? Last February, I thought, right? Or somewhere around there? Am I wrong? Because I thought the rest of the year we were going to get interviews and ideas for what, announcements and things we could watch on television. That 60-minute interview with the new member of To the Stars Academy. I don't know who it is. Do you? I've heard rumors, but I don't do the rumor game that well. I forget about rumors. Yeah, I'm tired of To the Stars Academy. Done. It's just the same old crap, man. We're not getting anywhere. Ufology has come to a standstill. The paranormal's kind of weak. Not much going on. I'm going to be getting a guest on that's into this, that does astral projection. Heck, I may even do a live remote viewing session. I'm just curious. What I want to do is maybe pick someone from the audience and have you just look around where you're at, and then I'll try to come up with the picture, see if I can remote view you, and see if I can guess that you're by a red wall or there's drapes over here, a TV in front of you. You know what I mean? It's all guessing. I mean, nobody can really do it. But I'm going to try it. Because I've got skills. Yeah, I know how to remote view. It's easy. I have these tapes that taught me how, or CDs. There's one more video I have to play. That is bizarre. Well, earlier, here it is. It's at the end. Well, earlier I was talking about the immediate reality transfer. And I was just thinking about it because it's bizarre. That's why I came up with the transfer part of that. And I was talking about how maybe lack of sleep deprivation is causing me to have these weird experiences. It is so bizarre. When that shotgun was pointed in my face, I could see the grooves, the bumps, the pimples. Like if you look at somebody's face and you can see their pores, I was that close. I was seeing the pores of the gun. It was like an older shotgun. Heck, what if I time jumped? What if I was back in like the 1800s? Nah, she was wearing like a sports bra type of thing. See, that's what is very confusing about this whole thing. God. I was going to say something, but I'm going to keep it to myself. There are some things I just want to talk about, but don't. Because I don't know if I should. I feel it puts me out there on a ledge, and I don't want to be that far out. I want to be on stable ground. I don't want to say something and, there's just weird experiences. Things happen. I'm going to play this next video. There's a UFO that I captured in 2004, August. And I call it the sign language UFO. And the reason I call it the sign language UFO because it looked like it was a hand forming sign language. I know what I saw. I know what the video shows. But when I show this video to people, they immediately say it's a shopping bag. I don't know how. How could I be seeing it wrong? I mean, you see the object doing this. You know what I mean? It's one hand on sign language. But people are seeing something completely different. Well, there's a video caught by NASA that's in this top five strangest and mysterious pieces of footage caught by NASA. And I believe this object is in the footage. I'm going to play the top 5 because it's in the video. I think it's the second to last one. But I think this may be see, you stay in this long enough, eventually things come back around. And you see similar stuff that you couldn't explain years ago, but now 10 years later, whether it be technology or somebody else caught it on video, you actually have another piece of the puzzle you can put together. So that's why I always say the longer you stay in this, the smarter you really get. And things make sense. Now, some people are looking to make money. They are always looking for something new to talk about that they could write a book for. But this is something that I've only seen once. And if it was a shopping bag, don't you think I would have known it? How could I not? And these people, they look at the video like this. They go, and they look, and then they look away. They don't stare at it. I go, it's not doing the sign language yet. It's just coming, because the object came up to me. And then it stopped a couple 100 feet away. And if I was to guess how big it was, I'd say about 30 feet. And then it did its little thing with the sign language. And then it went back to where it came from. But I'm the idiot. People are just, Anyway, I will be showing all of my videos on GoofOn Network once I figure out how to get this data transfer device to work. All right, here's the video. See if you can figure it out. I think it's the number 2 or number 3 in this, but I'll play this video because it's good. And it wasn't going to play. All right, here we go. I think I can change my teeth.
NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, was established in 1958 by the US President Dwight D. Eisenhower, and has since grown into the largest, most advanced space agency on the planet. They do things like study Earth from space and research the many mysteries of the solar system, and if anyone's going to discover that we are not alone in this universe, it's them. So what evidence have they found to support life in space? Well, there is a lot, such as reports, sightings and events, and also some physical footage, which is what we're going to talk about. Here are 5 NASA videos and images that have been caught over the years that even they themselves haven't been able to explain. Have an open mind, sit back and enjoy. July the 26th, 2005 was an important day for NASA. It was the day they launched the STS-114 Discovery Space Shuttle, which became the first return flight mission since the Columbia disaster STS-107 that took place 2 years previously. The crew were in space for nearly a month, and their mission was documented using a system of new and upgraded ground-based radar systems, along with state-of-the-art airborne cameras. The main purpose of the trip was to carry out a variety of tests and repair techniques, as well as transfer equipment and supplies to and from the International Space Station. But while up there, the STS-114's external camera caught what appears at first to be a piece of space debris, which is not unusual, although it is rather large. But then the object begins to change course in a manner of which does not seem natural. Take a look. At the time of the recording, Discovery was flying northwesterly between Hawaii and California, and despite questioning, NASA have given no explanation. Some say it could be a piece of ice that was moved off course by the space shuttle's thrusters. However, if this was the case, you would think it would have been more abrupt and not as smooth as it was. What many point out, and this is with a lot of NASA videos, is that once the unidentified object is seen on camera, the footage cuts and a full version cannot be found anywhere. So what's your thoughts on this one? Something completely innocent or something NASA know about but are not letting out? Alien Home. Now this one is a little far-fetched but still worth a mention. To explain the relevance of the image, we need to go back to October the 19th, 2003, when a man called Oscar Munoz was searching for objects of historical value in a Chilean ghost town in the Atacama Desert. While digging near an abandoned church, he uncovered a tiny mummified body wrapped in a white cloth. The remains were around 15 centimeters long and looked similar to a tiny deformed man, although unlike a human, it was scaly and dark coloured and had 9 ribs and an odd-shaped head. After examination, it was concluded that the skeleton was a mutation of a male human that possibly lived between 6 and 8 years, and it became known as the Atacama alien. Fast forward to 2016 and this photograph was released. It was taken on Mars by NASA's Curiosity rover and appears to show a tiny figure by the side of a rock. This discovery has led many to speculate that the Atacama alien has some sort of link to this bizarre image, and wasn't in fact a deformed human but came from space. Another claim was made a few months later when a strange-looking rock photo was released by NASA. This one was again taken on Mars and appears to show a tiny doorway in a rock. Conspiracy theorists went crazy, saying that it was the home of this tiny creature that was apparently captured on Mars a few months previously. That does sound crazy, but the first photo is weird. I'm not saying there is life on Mars, but that's either a case of pareidolia, which is when your brain tricks you into seeing things like faces and bodies on items, or it's a Mars alien. Now it's highly unlikely, but I would love to think that there is or has been life on Mars, but what do you think? STS-115. The STS-115 was flown by Space Shuttle Atlantis and launched on September the 9th, 2006. Despite several attempts due to weather and technical issues, the launch was a success and the shuttle carried out various duties on the International Space Station and returned to Earth a few weeks later. Shortly after, NASA released details of the mission along with camera footage and images, and one in particular got people talking. It was taken on a digital still camera by astronaut Daniel Burbank, and NASA have never given an explanation for it. Even on their website it says, unidentified possible small debris. A few people have said that it could be an image blur, where Daniel has taken a picture of a star using a long shutter speed, and the movement of the spacecraft has caused it to look like that. But you would think that NASA would at least say this on their website. It's as if they want to get us talking and speculating about what's up there. To date, no one really knows what the image is, and with NASA not giving an explanation, it's a genuine, unidentified flying object that was photographed in space. Now, does this mean it's of alien origin, or some kind of space jellyfish like some have suggested? Definitely not, but it sure is cool and interesting to discuss what it could be. What's your thoughts? Now, this next piece of footage is very new and has had the conspiracy theorists talking since it happened. It took place on the 9th of July 2016 during a live feed to the International Space Station, when an unidentified object was seen dropping to Earth by those watching, but then NASA cut the video feed almost immediately after. Unfortunately, the video is not good quality, but it's the best I could find. Take a look. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened, and it's suggested this time it could have been a meteor or even the missing Chinese space cargo ship, Tiangong-1, which the Chinese have actually lost contact with and are worried it could re-enter Earth's atmosphere. So why did NASA cut the feed? Maybe they didn't want everyone seeing this object, which is still unidentified. Last year a similar thing happened and NASA gave this statement. NASA never intentionally shut down live transmissions to hide UFOs. Loss of video is usually due to loss of signals from the ISS. That's perfectly reasonable, but it's also strange how this has happened many times as soon as something mysterious is seen. What's your thoughts? A coincidence, or are they trying to hide something? STS-48. This next piece of footage is the oldest video in this list and has been causing controversy and speculation for years. It was captured by NASA in 1991 during the STS-48 mission that was launched from the Kennedy Space Station on September the 12th with a crew of 5 astronauts. Its mission was to conduct experiments and deploy a number of satellites, and after completing 81 orbits of Earth, it returned home a few days later. When it returned, a piece of footage was released that was captured 3 days into the mission that shows multiple bright UFOs darting around, in what looks like an intelligently controlled manner, abruptly changing direction and racing off at great speed. NASA was immediately questioned and explained the anomalies as ice particles that were disrupted by the shuttle's thrusters, but many respected scientists disagree, and it's been suggested they could well have been extraterrestrial crafts. As always, there are other theories, including ice particles on the camera lens, meteors, space junk, or satellites, although most of these theories have been rejected by experts who say that it's difficult to dismiss the possibility that they could be of alien origin because of the way they are moving. After all, there are many top-ranking scientists who say there is a ton of evidence suggesting that we are and have been visited for a number of years by extraterrestrial life. So does this footage confirm their theories, and have aliens been flying around Earth checking on us or even communicating? What do you think? So there's 5 pieces of NASA footage that has raised some serious questions after being released.
Oh, look at that. Is there somebody in the atmosphere? Oh, look at that NASA. You're looking at NASA photos on this show. Oh, look at me. Hey, there's everybody. Hey, how you doing there? Oh, look, I got people in the chat room. Debbie Daly. Why she in the chat room? Damn. I'm gonna get Richard G.
All right, I'm back. I had to stop the insanity before it got really insane. It was just about to. You know, that is an interesting video. The only thing is, I just wish they would show us movement on this thing, and they don't. Man, maybe I caught the jellyfish. I don't know. It's possible. Oh, I forgot. It was Grandpa G. No more. Can't do Grandpa G right now. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He'll be back. All right. There was one other thing we have to play, and then that is it. Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. There is one other thing that was weird this week. Just for those of you who are keeping tabs. There's also a funny video where Trump says China. Oh, this crash in Russia. Did you hear about this UFO crash that cracks a mountain in half? Sadly, I have to use Secure Team 10. Oh, this is kind of cool anyway. Show the Mars or the moon landing.
If you remember a couple days ago, my last vid, we only had a few still images from China's landing on the backside of the moon. And well, now we have HD video of the Chang 4 lander actually touching down on the far side in what can only be described as historic footage. It's a historic event, so if you haven't seen it yet, check this out.
It looks real to me. Here, give you a better view. No. Yes. Click. I can't tell if it's real or fake. And it looks real. You know, they had a video of the original moon landing. And when the lander was going around looking for a landing place on the moon, it looked like it was hanging off wires. They played it in fast motion, and it looks like the thing is swinging back and forth. Have you guys seen this video? I'll have to find it. I don't know where I saw it, but I'll have to find it. It'll take me a minute because I've watched a lot of videos the last few days. It's the weirdest thing. It looks like it's totally fake, like it's just swinging, and they're moving this picture underneath it to give it the illusion it's traversing over this planet's surface. This moon, rather, planet. It could be a planet. It's bigger than Pluto. Right?
Okay, so
it's bigger than Pluto.
You guys just saw historic footage of China landing on the far side of the moon. If you'd like to learn more about the landing, I'll put a link down below. You can read some more on it. But I want to get to some strange happenings around the world. It's been very soon. But the first story that I want to get to today is in regards to more of these mystery booms that we've been documenting here on the channel. In fact, I'm putting together a map of all of these, both underground and above ground rumblings, these loud, massive explosions or sounds that are happening around the world, to see if we can maybe correlate and maybe connect the pieces to the puzzle. And as always, the booms have continued, this time in Ohio, where despite the booms first being blamed on local what are called injection wells, well, as you'll see in this news footage, it appears that that's not where it's coming from at all, and as of right now, the source of the sound remains a mystery.
Reports of loud booms heard in Brookfield remain a mystery.
While people at Brookfield still suspect the explosion-type noises are related to local injection wells, Glenn Stevens says state regulators have found no evidence of that.
The Brookfield injection wells have been a subject of controversy since the permits were first granted. The latest complaints concern loud explosion-type noises. Gloria Douglas lives directly adjacent to the well site.
Yeah, very distinct. You know, it's something that you've not heard here before.
And it's loud?
Very loud. It's like an explosion. I call it an explosion boom.
Brookfield trustee Dan Suttle says ODNR was contacted and checks were conducted on 3 seismic monitors at and around the well site.
They did look at the monitoring devices, and there was no seismic activity that occurred.
A spokesman for ODNR says that local authorities also did an on-site inspection and found nothing at the site that would indicate a possible explosion. They say that the police believe that the booms may have been related to firearms on a property near the site. But Suttle says residents did not accept that as a possible source.
They shake their head and say it was much louder. It shook their house, in fact, the boom noise.
No more recent booms have been reported, but Suttle says the township will continue to monitor the situation. With more local news, I'm Glenn Stevens.
So, as you just heard in this, we have a common theme that, well, every time they go out and interview people, wherever these massive booms occur, I've noticed that the local authorities, or whoever comes in, sometimes it's the FBI that comes in to investigate these things, as with what happened, I believe it was in Pennsylvania. But they always try to blame these sounds. And they're not just sounds, they're rumblings. They're shaking people's homes. They always try to blame them on some mundane explanation. And as in almost every other interview and news clip, you will have the local residents emphatically denying whatever mundane explanation was used, saying, no, it's not fireworks, it's not this, it's not that, it's shaking our homes, it's knocking our TVs over, breaking our windows, and it truly is one of the strangest mysteries that I've been reporting on over the past couple of years or so. So anyone near or in Brookfield, Ohio, if you have any more info, let me know. And as it relates to these mystery booms, I received a piece of footage here, as well as some emails from people who had been hearing similar sounds in or near the town of Orangeburg, South Carolina. An event has just happened out in the remote regions of Siberia, where it has been reported that Vladimir Putin has actually drafted in soldiers to investigate what they're calling a, quote, collapsed mountain in this remote region of Siberia amid suggestions that it may have been caused by a UFO crash landing. And so you're seeing footage that has been taken by a couple of different sources where in the middle of Siberia, which is very cold, very...
Wait, that's the video footage they got? Why does it look like it's 1966? Right?
Remote. Apparently, this giant piece of a mountain, or the whole mountain itself, was completely cracked in half, fell apart, with many locals claiming that it had something to do with a UFO crash.
Oh, God.
And from what I've read here from the report, this event, as they're calling it, resulted in a massive rockfall, which blocked a nearby river, which then left local villages at the risk of flooding. And that's how they knew that this collapse happened in the first place, because they noticed that the river had stopped flowing through this area. So they went to look, and what they found was this massive collapse.
If this is normal, dude, didn't you guys see the gash in the mountain? I mean, it's not normal. Yeah, could it be an avalanche? Yeah, but that mountain would have to be, I think, significant. Why would it just get cut in half like that? I've never seen anything like that. Nobody has. Never seen anything, never heard of a mountain getting cut in half like that. Maybe there's islands in the middle of the ocean that have a lot of, water underneath it, or they're very porous for whatever reason. This is different. This is Siberia, where it's frozen tundra, hard rocks, hard ground. Now, I don't see any charring. I don't see anything that looks like something slammed into the mountain either. So, but maybe because it snowed since then, I'm not sure. But it's probably nothing. You're right. It's probably an avalanche.
And you'll notice how in this specific video portion, it looks as if something has skid and just cracked this mountain right down the middle and went right through it. The massive rockfall was so big, in fact, and so much rock was shifted that it would fill 13,600 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
Who cares? Fill a swimming pool. Just say it would fill up a lake or something. Fucking swimming pools. This looks like this event happened and then it snowed on top of it. It's very bizarre. And they don't show us anything that looks like the mountain was cut in half. I'm not seeing a satellite image of that. Or any image, for that matter. Does anybody else? I didn't see it that way.
And meanwhile, the falling of the 34 million cubic meters of rock left a gash in the mountain which could swallow up all of the water used if every American...
Oh, God, if every American showered at the same time. God, it's so stupid.
...showered at the same time. So we're talking a massive opening was created by something in this mountain. And you would think that just some mundane mountain rock slide would be nothing. However, when you have the Russian army dispatched immediately to the scene to try and figure out what caused the event and the moving of a 525-foot mound of rock, then you start having to ask some questions. The Defense Ministry has sent out a group of specialists to, quote, conduct reconnaissance work at the site. Reconnaissance work. And as far as what caused it, we have one man by the name of Alexei Maslov, who is the head of the district where the incident happened, who said that they are, quote, trying to find the explanation for this incident and that he insists that it was a meteorite that caused it. However, a local poll in eastern Russia suggested that while 27% agreed with his assessment...
I mean, what are we thinking? Like Superman? You know what I mean? That doesn't happen. I would think they would be charring. And I don't think that Putin's army got down there immediately. There's several inches. I know it could have snowed that night. I know, I get it. But there's no charring of rocks. Nothing to show a meteorite hit there. And if it is a UFO, well, then it's probably buried underneath the rubble, or it crashed into it and then took off again. We'll never know. Honestly, we'll never know. You know what? This story's irrelevant. I don't even know why I showed it to you.
Mountain slope above the area had a, quote, pre-existing tension crack or depression, and that it was highly unlikely to be associated with a meteor impact event. However, even the professor had to admit that he was surprised that the fall occurred in winter when the ground was frozen rather than the warmer time of year. But the kicker to this whole story is that locals who first discovered the caved-in mountain were shocked to find what they called hot rocks on which they could warm their hands.
Where?
And that is what has made this so strange.
And nobody got a picture of it. Like, that wouldn't be important? Everybody's got cell phones. Take a picture. Oh, Siberia doesn't have cell phones? Give me a break. Nobody took a picture of it. Nobody's showing us a picture of any hot rocks you can warm your hands up on. Warm your hands on a hot rock. I got your hot rocks right here. Well, that is a... why did I do that? It is an interesting story nonetheless. I, for one, do not see any UFO activity from there. Nope, I just don't. And I have one more video I want to play before we get out of here, so it's kind of funny, actually. I better find it. If I don't find it, you know, I'm going to be a little upset. Just a little bit. Did I already pass it? I think I might have passed it. Hold on. Let's see. What the hell? No.
To believe
That's
methods
not
of...
it. Nope. I got to find it. Nope. We're going to sit here till I find it. Tyler needs to go on site. He needs to go to Siberia and stay there. A little prick. Oh, by the way, he did a live show. And I think it was really strange because when I first saw the screenshot, you know how I have the goof on alien? Well, you can choose the screenshot you want for your YouTube video as the ad. And his screenshot was eerily similar to the way I have my setup here. You know, I have the alien, you know what I mean, and the dog on the couch. Well, he did too. It was weird. And it wasn't, I mean, his show was getting thousands of live. I mean, it just makes me so mad. He's such a bitch. He's just such a freaking bitch. Oh, this was interesting. I wish I could look. I'll get to that later. By the way, if you guys are interested, we've got some people visiting, and the site is starting to gain some notoriety, but you can sign up to Goof On Network now with Facebook, so it's easy. That should be working today. Here's Tyler. He's got a clock. I usually have a clock. Let me see. This doesn't show the whole thing, but he has the alien. Yeah, I can't blow it up anymore, but the little alien hanging like I do, and then when he sat down to do his thing, he had his dog behind him like I do. Very bizarre. Very bizarre behavior. I was like, I can't believe he's doing exactly how I have my show. But it really wasn't. I just thought it was weird. Let's see. I'm getting there. You won't believe it. I just think this video is kind of funny. So that's why I want to play it. I may not find it. See, I wish when you go into your history on YouTube, they tell you the date you last looked at it, at a video. You know? I would like to know, because then I would know that it was Monday, and it's like probably 400 videos later. You know? I watch so many, I can't help it. But I want to find this and play it. Oh my God, people are so stupid. There is... Yeah, I want to play these videos that I'm looking at them now, but I can't. All right, I'm getting there. I know where I'm at now. I love monkeys. I want to pet a monkey. Does that sound bad? Pet a monkey? That's not it. I'm getting there. It's coming up any second. Is this it? See, oh, wait, this might be it. Hold on. No, I'm finding it. I'm finding it. Sorry. I'm finding it. It's got to be here. It's got to be right here. Okay, I'm on the day now. I know what day this was. There was earthquakes in Kansas. On the other side, there were some earthquakes. On the other side of the world, by the way. In America. I'm too busy looking for this. I am totally... I can't believe this. I can't find it. I'm very upset. See, this has to be it. I'm at the right place. At the right place. This has to be right in the same day. Yeah, this has got to be it. It's got to be here. I'm getting there. If I can't find it, I'm going to be real upset. This has got to be it. Nope. Okay, now I know exactly where I'm at. It's not that long of a video. It's got to be right here. I'm telling you this. Oh, here it is. Shit. No. 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 It's got to be right here because this is Monday, right after I posted the show. I know, and then I'm going to play it and you're going to say that was so stupid, but I like it. I like it. It made me laugh on the way to work. Oh my God. Plasma. Everything's about plasma. Flat Earth. Lacuna Coil. Women's March Leaders. Chuck Pelosi, a new one. Janine Pirro. Women's March Leaders. Caught. Red. Slow Your Roll. Tyrant put on check. This is Private Property. Greatest Hits compilation. Girl ejected in crash. Seattle earthquake. Surviving Cascadia. Milo Yiannopoulos with Eric Metexas. 12 strangest things found on Earth. Top 10 scary videos of all time. Top 15 Reddit posts. 38 true creepy horror stories. You're insulting our intelligence. Professor confronts Dinesh. 5 pictures that can't be explained. These unexplained videos are freaking skeptics out. 10 supernatural deaths. Tucker Carlson tonight. The real secrets. Hidden Antarctica revealed. Invisible. I'm just going to try something different. I can't find it. This has got to be it. No.
Let's say China. 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 China.
I love when he says China.
You go over to China. 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 You take China. 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 I love them. China. 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 I have to have my China. China. China because China. 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 China, 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 China now, China, China. You know, China. I know China very well. China, 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 China. China, China, China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me, China. China, 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 China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China. China in particular. China. China. I have people that I know in China. 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 China, 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 China. I've been saying China, 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 China.
Let me ask you about China.
China. I go to China. China, 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 China. People from China, they love me. China. China, 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 China. In China, they say I don't like China. I love China. People think I don't like China. I love China. China. China is the new China, by the way. China, China, China. I deal with China. China, China, big league, China. So don't tell me about China. I know China. China, 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 China. Whether it's China, China. So if you went to China and you wanted to get a job in China, I don't knock China. How could I dislike China? A man from China. China. You have China. Carl, take China. China, 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 China. China's over here. Look at what China's doing. They're learning from China. China, China, okay? Look at that. Isn't that nice? China, 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 China. China, 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 China. And by the way, I love China. I mean, I love China. How can you not love China? I love China. China, China. China, 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 China. And you know China, 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 South China, China, China. People say, oh, you don't like China. I like China. China. I love China. China. China all the time. China. When was the last time you heard China?
Unbelievable. I was on the way to work. That's about half my trip. to work, and all I'm thinking is China, 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 China. I like China. China, 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 China. Nobody knows China like me. I know China. China, people think I love China. China, 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 China. And he must have had a lot of time, whoever edited that. A lot of time. 3 minutes probably took 4 hours to make. Usually that's the rule of thumb. There has got to be over 200 Chinas. My favorite China was right around here.
China, people from China, they love me.
Right.
China. 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 In China, they say I don't like China. I love China. People think I don't like China. I love China. China. China.
Ask you about China.
China. I go to China. 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 People from China, they love me.
Right.
China. 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 China, 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 China. I've been saying China, 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 China.
That's my favorite one right there. That China right there. That's my favorite China of all the Chinas.
Let me ask you about China.
China. I go to.
Let me ask.
China.
I'm so stupid. It's about that time, isn't it? Isn't it? Is it time to go? Should we go? Why? Let's go. Yeah, nothing else to talk about, is there? I guess that there's... I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? Nobody cares anymore. I don't even know what I'm saying. Check this out. Here's a UFO video. That was pretty cool.
January 14th, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 2019. Guys, in this video, we're going to record some sort of a strange object on today, January 14th, above Dallas, Texas. Here's the video from the window of the airplane, and that was the original segment right there. It was only about 2 seconds long from right here to there. That was all he could get.
That's all he could get. That could be something on the window.
Got his phone out, recorded it, and it went out of his field of view. Something black was coming up through the clouds. So what I did was took that 2-second segment, slowed it down, zoomed in, and this is what we got. Doesn't look like an airplane, and it is jet black. I haven't altered the color at all. Just the the sharpness. All I've tried to do is make the image or the video a little sharper. But that's the color. Doesn't look
I
like
guess
an
it's not on the
airplane.
window.
It almost looks like some sort of just a jet black craft. I don't know what it is. It's difficult.
This was like that one person who captured the black object coming up and then turning. Remember that one from last year? It looks like it could be something similar to that. Yeah, remember that? The object was coming up out of the clouds, like a hazy type of cloudy day. And it looked like it had a huge contrail. Yeah, I haven't played this video. Let's see what's going on in this one for you. Yeah, it's a weird
Whatever it is some sort of a glowing cloud was reflecting off of the hood of his car or truck, whatever it is that they were driving. See the reflection there? I had people ask me if this was real or if it was a real photograph. Because I'm not completely 100% sure what the pictures were telling me other than a big...
So now, anytime there's a break in the clouds, supposed UFOs are there. Don't you think if there was a UFO there, it wouldn't be so defined? It would be streaming if it's moving. That looks about as big as witnesses described the Phoenix Lights UFO. 1 to 2 miles wide. That's how big this thing might be. This is huge. And this here is the... Hold on. Okay. All right. You know, every time I do a show, seems to be on Thursdays, I get the weirdest things happening. So I was just listening. It sounded like, and I hope this shows up on the show, I heard something going, ow, 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 ow. Like, it was in here. No shit. I know that's stupid, right? But I was looking over to where I heard it. Of course, it's that table I have. It was in that general area. But I'm not up in the mood. I don't want to get up and do an EVP thing. I'm just not in the mood. All right, let's continue this. And we'll get out of here.
What we're going to look at in this next video segment that I put together are some still images of some very unique sky observations. This particular photograph you're looking at was sent in by Ted. And we're going to start right here with a photograph that was sent in by Jackie from
That's kind of cool.
the state of Washington. She took this photograph driving
Oh,
down
sorry,
the
guys.
road. Unbelievable. Looks like a big triangle in this. Great job by Slideshow Washington. She took this photograph driving down the road. Unbelievable. Looks like a big triangle in the sky that was coming in at an angle.
This guy could edit this to make it perfect, yet he lets it go by, doesn't pause it. I mean,
Look at that. More than likely just a cloud, but we're seeing triangles all over the place. Maybe it is a triangle. I don't know.
Oh, look, a
I know we've seen a lot
porcupine.
lately, just an abundance of triangles.
There's
in
a
the sky.
porcupine in the
Actually,
cloud.
no, this one was sent in by, hold on. Let me
Now
look.
they're
A
making up
hole punch cloud. We see these from time to time here lately. They've been more common. They've been the rule instead of the exception. Another triangle. This was sent in.
This is the triangle now.
Actually, no, this one was sent in by, hold on, let me go back. That triangle was sent in by Antonio.
Oh my God, he's so annoying.
Like a perfect triangle. Don't know. That's just what it looks like, and that's what
not a
he thought
perfect
it looked like
triangle.
as
You got
well.
this
That's why he
thing
took the
there.
picture.
This.
That's why I
Oh
sent it
God,
in.
I hate people.
This one was observed on a camera, a cloud cam.
Oh my
And the
God.
cloud just happened to be jet black and looked like a triangle of some shape. Some sort of a craft, maybe? I don't know. This observation was shared with me a few days ago. I'm going to go over it again in detail. Thank you for sharing it. In the lower level clouds of Ripon, Wisconsin. So he stopped his car and got
This
out and
is
started
weird,
taking pictures
actually.
because something was going on over here. So these are a few of the pictures that he sent in. I think I showed you.
That
this
is
one
so
up close
bizarre.
earlier.
Honestly,
It
that is
almost looks
bizarre.
like two objects entered the atmosphere at the same time, quite possibly the same shape and size. I don't know. It's difficult to tell. Got some activity over here, some activity behind those two objects. He was very intrigued by all this. I mean, when you'll pull over your vehicle, get out and start taking pictures of the sky. It's got to be interesting. And here I put
really
it in a
super
sci-fi
bizarre.
format. Just a different look. And you can see there were two things moving quite quickly, or at least they looked like they were moving quite quickly in the sky, fairly close to one another. Don't know any more than that. These were sent in today by Ted from Ripon, Wisconsin. I want to stop it here real quick. This is a video that I didn't have permission to use, so I'm certainly not going to use it without permission, but this is a still image from the video, and I'll post a link to the video. It was a object that entered the atmosphere over Canada, over Lake Winnipeg, and it looked like something that was on fire, burning. It didn't look like a typical meteor. It looked too big to be a meteor.
He says it looks like something that was on fire or burning. Well, didn't he watch the video? He watched it. Doesn't he know by watching it? Ugh.
Meteor actually didn't look too big, but it was just moving too slow. And for its size, the tail was kind of small for a typical meteor. So to me, it looked like, I just wanted to talk about it, that's all. I'll show you where the video's at, and you can check it out for yourself.
Oh,
if
we're
you
gonna
haven't
go
already
check.
Seen it. But the front looks triangular.
Oh, God, he just said it.
Whatever this thing was definitely in flames. No doubt about
It
it.
looks triangular. Oh my God, it must be a UFO. What now? What?
And once I got to playing around with the colors and the lighting and the contrast and sharpened it up
Oh,
a
it's
little
the
bit, you can
UFO
definitely
from
see that
Arrival.
There is something that's out of place. That's all it was. That's why she took a picture of the sky.
That is not
Something-
out of place. God almighty, it's so normal. Oh, God. You guys get it, right? I mean, I know all of you get it. All right, let's see where this video is. We're going to take a look. Facebook link, obviously. Oh, that's much different. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's real interesting right there, isn't it? Dude, that is going so slow, too. I don't know, man. That's going slow. Very cool. Any thoughts on that? I mean, wow, I don't know. It looks like some sort of meteorite. But it's not, is it? Maybe it's space debris. That's what it is. It's space debris. That's true, Will. I never saw a cloud in the sky before. Definitely out of place. Okay, this could be maybe a deflector shield of maybe some astronauts coming home unannounced or some sort of space debris. But it's going really slow. This is bizarre. And it's making a huge contrail. Yeah, that's weird. It does have a triangular nose. Looks like home plate coming home, right? You cut it right here at the base, and you got home plate from a baseball game. That's bizarre. Too high up to look fast. Well, but this is in the atmosphere, so it can't be too high. But this does not fit the norm. You would see the expulsion off of the object of burning up materials, and we don't see that here. We see a little bit here of what could be, I don't know what. Let's see when this happened here. I think it just happened Monday, but let's take a look. Last Saturday, January 12th, so not too far away. That's when it was posted. So maybe the 10th, 11th, 12th even, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, very, very weird. Very strange. Matter of fact, I'm going to post that to goof on. See what I did? Cool. Very cool. All right. I thought I had something else. We could just let this show go if you want. We can get the health on out of here. Yeah, thanks, Big Cat. Appreciate you looking into that. Very cool. Yeah, these are a couple of people that were... Now, this guy's... You know the Steve Wilkos show? This guy here is on his show. Oh, my God. Can I just play this? This guy's got to go. But I thought this was really interesting. You'll see. It's nothing paranormal. I just, like you, like drama.
My next guest might be one of the baddest guys we've ever had on the show. Vicious man. And so I just want to forewarn the audience about the story we're about to do. This is a guy that, quite frankly, is a little terrifying. I'm told that Joe spits in his girlfriend's face.
God, I hate guys like this.
Punched her in the jaw. Sprayed deodorant in her eyes.
Who does that?
Called them vicious names. And he left 2 women when they were 8 months pregnant.
What a
The
dick.
mighty, this bad man. Let's bring out Joe.
Oh my God.
Well, you're pretty badass, huh?
I guess.
You guess, huh? You spit in your girlfriend's face,
Yeah,
punch her in the jaw,
I have.
spray deodorant in her eyes.
Yes.
Now, I want to know, what the hell is going on in your life that you would think, why are you entitled to hit anybody? Especially a woman that would sleep with you.
She deserved it.
She deserved it. What did she do to deserve it?
Getting in my face, calling me names.
She got in your
pushing me
face and
around.
called you names?
Yeah.
Really? And that made you so mad you hit him?
Yeah.
You scrawny little... So they got in your face, and they called you names.
Yep.
Little bitch. Gee, Joe. I wonder why you're not hitting me right now.
Pure my wood.
Oh. Why don't I just make you my bitch? Try. And Joe, if I did try, what would you do?
Put you in your place.
You
like I
put me in my place. And exactly how would you do that, Joey?
However I thought.
However you thought. Well, you better have a game plan going in. You really think that you would just put me in my place?
I'll try.
Exactly what would you do to me, Joey?
Pop you in the mouth.
Pop me in the mouth. I wonder if I would even feel it. I love it. A guy like you comes out on my stage, the great abuser of women. Mighty Joey. Mighty. And what exactly is your list of credentials that gives you the right to determine that you're going to put your hands on anyone, Joe? Joey, what have you done?
My girl.
What have you done in your life? What have you done that you're proud of?
I'm a man.
You're a man. What accomplishments as a man do you have?
I have kids.
You have kids. Oh, that's a big accomplishment.
I know some of you may think they're hiring actors, but this isn't an act. This kid ain't acting. Nobody's that good. You can just tell. And there's 3 parts to this, and you can tell when somebody's acting. I don't think this is an act at all.
Stuck your lip.
Granted, they do have actors that come in and have had guests like that. I'm not saying that isn't happening. I don't think it's happening here. I think this is a legitimate asshole. I hate guys like this, man.
Somebody and they had a baby. Do you support your children?
No.
No. And exactly how is that being a man? You bring children into the world. You want to take the title of man, being a man, because you brought children to the world, but you don't take care of them.
How am I supposed to?
There you go. I'm not used to catching hairspray. I don't use it myself. But it looks like you use it. And you know which end. You want to spray aerosol in women's face? Give me a little shot. You want to spray aerosol in my face? Why not?
She's not my...
But I'm telling you, But I'm telling you, I'm telling you, hello, that you're my little bitch. So would you like to spray your hairspray in my eyes? Would you? Of course you'd like to. But there's a big difference between me and your girlfriends, right? Mm-hmm. Joey! Did you wear your Scooby-Doo underwear for the show? Did you get to see your episode of SpongeBob today?
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a little snack with it? Did you drink your chocolate milk?
I ate Steve for breakfast.
Oh, you ate Steve. Well, that makes sense because you're my little bitch. Did I taste wonderful? How about another little kiss, Joey? Oh, it was so wonderful this morning. I'm Joey. I'm mad.
All right, there we go. All right, guys, we're going to end it here. So I want to thank everybody who hung out tonight on Goof on Radio. Goof on Radio stream right here on YouTube. Don't forget to join Goof on Network at goofon.net or goofon.ning.com. Here you can see the links to everywhere, almost all the places you can visit me, and or the websites. And goofon.org, who is run by Vic, is doing a wonderful job. And he's got the Goof on Radio stream, which is live 24/7. You can go. As a matter of fact, I think we had some. Oh, let's go to Goof on. Let's go to Goof on Network. I think I had some stories up there. I added a bunch of stuff, and I updated pretty much every day now. That's the crash in Russia. We did that one. Spinning black holes could open up gentle portals for hypersonic spacecraft. Yeah, okay. Harry Reid is pushing for more UFO research, guys. He is. Let's take a look. That's the website. You can join for free now with Facebook. Let's see what Harry Reid was saying. This is from the website rollcall.com.
Everybody be quiet. Is this one working?
Why is there a video?
Hold on a sec.
Oh.
I'm going to get me a beer.
House Democrats are down with NDP.
I vote for the lady who will truly make America great again, Nancy Pelosi. To leave.
For the future of our children, Nancy
Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
Pelosi. Pelosi.
Welcome you to the first day of the 116th of the United States House of Representatives.
All right, I can't watch. So, former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid is lobbying his former colleagues to do more to study unidentified flying objects. I personally don't know if there exists little green men other places. I kind of doubt that, but I do believe that the information we have indicates we should do a lot more study. The Nevada Democrat said, "We have hundreds and hundreds of people that have seen the same thing, something in the sky. It moves a certain way." Reid said that also included sightings of vessels at sea. The topic of UFOs was on Reid's mind Thursday because his interview with KNPR came just before he said he was scheduled to talk with an important senator about setting up a way for members of the military to support exploring suspicious sightings without facing retribution. I'm going to have a call with a member of the Senate in an hour or two where we have people in the military who want to come and tell everybody what they've seen, Reid said in the interview, declining to identify who that senator is. Food for thought, Reid's former deputy Senate Minority Whip Richard J. Durbin is the ranking member of the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee. What we found in the past is that these pilots, when they see something strange like this, they're prone not to report it for fear that the bosses will think something's wrong with them and they don't get the promotion, he said. So many times they don't say a word to anybody about these strange things. The facts are they need a place to be able to report this, and that's what I'm going to work on in a couple of hours to make sure that somebody I think's a powerful member in Congress, I want him to be able to sit down and talk to some of these pilots who have seen these things, Reid said. I can arrange this because of the contacts I have with the members of Congress. We spent a lot of money, and it was extremely important study, Reid said Thursday, setting up the program one of the easiest sells I ever had to make. Frankly, I think the federal government has done almost nothing to help us with this. That is interesting stuff right there. I agree with you, B. Baker. And what else is going on? Anyway, just that's Goof On Network. That's the website I created. It will be changing its complexion here soon. I have somebody making a very interesting looking website. This is from the Ning people at Ning. Anyway, I thought that was a good story to end it with. Hey, look, don't forget, if you're not getting a lot of sleep and you think you're hallucinating, you may be having immediate reality transfers. ERTs. Why not? You could be having an ERT right now and not even know it. No, you'll know it. I think those are really strange, man. Very strange to just be sitting there and all of a sudden reacting to something that's not there. When I see a shotgun put in my face, I react. When I see a girl yelling at me and pointing her finger, and I actually know the relationship I think I had with her and felt that in an instant, that reminds me of something. That amount of information, the feeling, the emotion, in what felt like a split second, which we know was probably within a 20-second time span, probably 10, where I dozed off, and because I don't sleep that much, my body's already using REM when I'm awake. It's true. It's a real thing. I don't know about the IRT, but I mean, that's what I'm calling it. I just think it's interesting. That's all. Maybe you want to check with your ERT. See if you anybody have any ERTs? ERTs. It sounds so stupid. But what if those are true? I could have created something tonight, just out of thought process. You know, it looks like, oh, you know what? There was a video of a person who saw the shuttle, I think it was the shuttle, get launched into the sky from his airplane. Oh, I wish I could find that. That was pretty cool to see that. I mean, they were probably 15,000, 20,000 feet up looking back and seeing the launch. The whole thing, that was pretty cool. The pilot comes on the speaker and he says, we're going to be arriving a little late to our destination, but I think you could say it was worth it, to some effect like that. Very cool to see that kind of video. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. So look, we'll be back Sunday rather, sorry. And do I always play this song on the go? Yeah, this is good. We'll be back Sunday. So tomorrow is Friday. begin your weekend with a bang. Listen to any old shows here or join Goof On Network, Goof On Radio. Wishes you a great week. I'm Rich Giordano, signing off for tonight. Have a great weekend. See you Sunday. Adios. Lots of fun. That was a good time. That was a good time tonight. I had a good time. All right, I'll see you later.